Camille, belle, la moustache et la capuchon. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki tiki. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Sito patamilo, mina taka tiki pule pika. Camille, belle, la moustache et la capuchon.
What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, starter basically free agency tampering, and already the Redskins have lost out. The Cleveland Browns and Miami Dolphins have come out firing in this free agency, and it's insane. Already, the Miami Dolphins has spent $202 million for free agents. The Cleveland Browns have spent $102 million. And the Redskins, of course, we only had not that much cap space, but we signed the offensive lineman from Atlanta. We didn't even sign the best offensive lineman that was a free agent from Atlanta, but he was the youngest. I have a lot of issues, so I'm going to get right into it. One, losing Austin Hooper to the Browns. They signed him for $10.5. I felt that, we were going to get in that $10 million range. I didn't know that. For him to only have signed for $10.5, I'm surprised the Redskins didn't make an offer for that, because we were all speculating around 11. We were always speculating 10, $11 million. That was going to be the thing. Everybody keeps saying they felt he wasn't that good to get that type of money. In reality, he was. He was actually that good to get that type of money. But he also came at a time where there are not a lot of veteran tight ends out there right now. So the Redskins lose out on Austin Hooper. They also lose out on Jimmy Graham. So at this point right now, there are no real veteran free agents out there at tight end that I can see the Redskins signing that would be of value for them signing. Everybody's talking about Ebron. Again, I just think that he's a little old. You do have, I think it's Ertz that's out there. Eifert, Tyler Eifert. He's out there, but again, is he really a guy that you want that's going to make an impact and do something like Austin Hooper would have done? But like I said, again, already the Redskins are losing in this free agency. Now again, this is just day one. I'll say that. Just day one, but already teams are making hits. We lost out. Eric Flowers is gone. He went to Miami. Now, don't get me wrong. We weren't going to sign him to $10 million a year. That's what he got from Miami. And that's pretty much it. Cleveland also signed Case Keenum. Again, that's a good fit for Case Keenum. But I just don't know where the Redskins are going to go at this point, because there are guys that I actually said that was out there, but both of my tight end options are gone. Ricky Seals-Jones, I think he's still out there, but I'm not sure if they're going to want to bring him in. But again, you get him cheaper, but you probably get the same quality of a player that you would have gotten in like an Austin Hooper or something like that, because Dwayne Haskins needs his escape valve. So, like I said again, Redskins come out this free agency in a whimper. And I would have been okay if we signed nobody versus signing Wes Scherzer. He's the guy we signed. Now, he only started 7 games last year. He played in 15. Only started 7. The year before that, I think he started 10 and he played in 15. And then I think the year before that, he started 16 and played in 16. But the fact that you're talking about he's diminishing as his career is going on, that's a problem. Like, I don't see how whoever made this signing don't see that as a problem, that every year he's been in the league, his starts have diminished. He's still playing the same amount of games, but his starts have diminished. So what are the Redskins brass seeing in this guy that Atlanta didn't feel the need to re-sign him. The guy that we should have signed was John Wetzer. He's the better offensive lineman in that Atlanta system. But we didn't sign him. Atlanta got him back. And we went with Wes Scherzer. And it's insane to me because here we are again in a situation where we're not paying attention to the right free agents to pick up. Now, maybe he will work out. I don't know, but I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. Now, again, like I said, we lost out on Eric Flowers. We were never going to give Eric Flowers $10 million a year. It just was not going to happen. Now, you might as well say, we also got the Brandon Sheriff thing. We signed him to a non-exclusive tag. So that means other teams can actually bid on him. That's really crazy because the exclusive, like when you sign a player, especially somebody like Sheriff can come out and you'll still get maybe, I think it's like a first or a second round option if he signs with somebody else. But that's the compensation pick that he would be. But again, you're still talking about the fact that this guy is possibly gone. Like the reason that you signed this guy to the non-exclusive tag, but yet and still you didn't understand that there's a possibility that somebody else can reach out to him and actually sign him for more than what you're willing to give him. Like right now, for him, you're talking about the numbers that I'm hearing is about $15 million a year. That's a very high number, So if Brandon Sheriff walks, now all of a sudden you're basically down 3/5 of your offensive line from last year. Trent is not going to be here. And not only that, Trent has basically lost his value. When the reports came out that he wanted $20 million a year, we had no chance. I had speculated a 3rd round pick and a player. Now, we'll be lucky if we get a 5th round pick for Trent. Because it's no way teams are going to sit up there and actually give us anything of value for Trent when he's talking about $20 million a year. He screwed that up for us, but he also screwed it up for himself. But maybe he did that on purpose. Maybe this was his last FU to the Redskins before he rolled out. Again, like I said, man, I mean, the Redskins, they haven't really done much of anything. There are still some of the free agent guys that I said with the Redskins should target in free agency. There are some guys that I have to admit, the market value may be a little high. Blake Martinez, which was a guy that I said we should target, middle linebacker. They're talking about he's going to get market value, which is about $15-16 million a year. Schobert is probably the only one that isn't going to cost us market value. But to be quite honest, if Blake Martinez comes off that board, we're talking about Schobert could probably cost us about 12. He can cost us, I mean, $10 million isn't that bad for a linebacker. But, you know, again, like I said, Blake Martinez is the better middle linebacker. And if they're talking about the fact that him possibly getting market value, that's going to be tough for us. Like Trey Boston, he's still out there. They say he's not going to be of market value, which is still good for us. But again, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I honestly don't really know what direction the Redskins are going in because they don't have a lot of options at this current time. The Browns have done a remarkable job. I mean, they got them a backup quarterback, which is something they needed. They got them a great offensive lineman, and he's young. They got an awesome tight end to pair with Njoku. And now at this point, everybody's talking about would they be willing to trade Njoku. I don't think they're going to do it. I think that at this point right now, they're going to stay pat because it only makes sense. If you got Austin Hooper and Njoku sitting up there basically side by side, and you add Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, you probably have a dominating passing offense. But you got to also see what happens. Signing Case Keenum was smart, if Baker Mayfield doesn't adapt as well to the playbook, Case Keenum can step in, and it's a playbook he's already familiar with. It's insane, man. I mean, the Browns may, again, this is speculation, the Browns may be better than what they were last year if everybody can stay on the same page. If everybody stays on the same page, the Browns will definitely 100% be far better. Now, on the defensive side is where they're going to have their problems because they're losing both their linebackers. Kirksey signed with somewhere else. Sherbert is still out there on the free agent market. So that may be where they suffer a little bit, but we'll definitely see how all this pans out. Again, Miami goes out there and they make a splash in free agency on the beginning of free agency, the tampering period. And the Browns get out there and they spend money. They get out there and they get out there and start spending money. So, I don't know what the Redskins are going to do, people. I just don't know. I mean, I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little worried because a lot of the Carolina Panthers, former Carolina Panther players that are actually in free agency, they're all older guys. Gerald McCoy, Mario Addison. It's an offensive lineman. His name is skipping me, but I think he's about 32, 33. So it's just a lot going on. I don't know what the Redskins are going to do. So I just don't get it, y'all. I just don't get it. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen the Redskins lose out on a free agent that they really should have been targeting more for. But I told you when Redskins won, when it was announced that Redskins won would be grounded and everything like that, and this coronavirus thing was going on, I told you in my last video, the Redskins may not get the people that we were expecting to sign. And already, like I said, these southern teams, they were going to be the thing. I said Tampa Bay, coming to find out, Miami is the one that was actually going out there trying to really round up the players. So we'll see what happens, y'all. We'll definitely see what happens. I'm going to keep you guys updated on what's going on this whole week. I'm going to do videos this whole week trying to figure out where the Redskins are going to go in this free agency, figure out what they're going to do in the draft now, because now you're talking about they basically need offensive linemen. They have to now draft offensive linemen. They have to hit on a tackle in this draft. Chase Young, I mean, I don't know if they're going to, I mean, I think they're still going to draft Chase Young. They have no choice. But what do you do with that third round pick? That third round pick, it's hard. But again, the second round is what's going to really dictate a lot of stuff to us. And I don't know. I just don't know, people. I really don't know. It's been your man, John Fortune. And it's been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.